The bus station smelled like disinfectant and rain. I watched the departure board flicker, letters rearranging themselves like they couldn't decide where I belonged. My phone vibrated once. Nothing on the screen, just the tremor in my hand. 13 years reduced to a cardboard suitcase at my feet. A voice cut through the echo. "Are you okay?" I didn't look up. If I did, I might stay. If I stayed, I might break. "I'm fine," I said. A lie so thin it tasted like metal. She sat anyway, close enough that I could feel her warmth, the way people do when they aren't afraid of being human. I stared at my shoes, the scuff on the left toe, the way the lace is frayed. "They never tell you like that," she said. "Not when you matter." That did it. The words spilled out. New Year's Eve, the toast, my wife's father smiling like a knife. "We're going to replace you with someone else. You're too old to be useful." Laughter, glasses clinking, my wife not meeting my eyes. The girl listened without interrupting. When I finished, she made a call. "Dad," she said softly. "I found him. Yes, I'm sure." She hung up and looked at me for the first time. "I think you should come with me." On the drive, the city slid past like a memory I didn't trust. I replayed the dinner, the way my wife's hand had slipped from mine before the announcement, the way her father had rehearsed the words, clean, final. I had built that company, not the name, the bones. I knew every system because I designed them when no one was watching. He used to call me son. Used to. The girl, Eva, said little. Her calm unsettled me, like she already knew how this ended. I thought of my wife's late nights, the sudden passwords, the phone turned face down. I had told myself it was stress. Loyalty does that. It edits reality. When we stopped, it wasn't her house. It was glass and steel, familiar lines, the original headquarters. My chest tightened. I hadn't been here in years, not since the expansion that pushed me out of the decisions and into a title that meant nothing. "Your dad?" I asked. She nodded. "Founder, majority owner." My father-in-law had always said the board was a formality. I understood then why the dismissal was public, why it was cruel. It wasn't just about replacing me, it was about erasing me. They gave me a desk and silence. I didn't ask questions. I didn't need to. I watched logs scroll by, old fingerprints, my fingerprints, changes I hadn't approved, accounts that moved like ghosts. I remembered the nights my wife came home smelling like his cologne. I remembered telling myself I was paranoid. Eva brought coffee, left documents, never hovered. Inside, a storm learned to wait. I traced transactions through shell vendors I recognized because I'd rejected them years ago. I pulled access records, badge swipes after midnight, 2 names repeating, hers, his. I requested backups, old emails, the ones he thought were buried when he promoted me out of sight. At home, what used to be home, I acted normal. I cooked. I listened. I memorized the way she lied without blinking. I slept on the edge of the bed and stared at the ceiling, counting the cost of belief. No confrontations. Not yet. Truth is patient when you know where to look. The report printed warm. I held it like it might breathe. There it was. Embezzlement routed through my credentials, an affair documented in calendar invites disguised as vendor reviews, a plan to blame me for the missing funds, to make my firing necessary, heroic even. I met him in his office, glass walls, no privacy. I placed the folder between us, didn't sit. "What's this?" he asked, smiling. "Your handwriting," I said. The smile collapsed, not all at once. Piece by piece. My wife arrived late. Her eyes went to the folder, then to me. She knew. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. "Did you love him?" I asked her, or was it just convenient? She cried. He didn't. He calculated. Too late. Eva stepped in. "Board's waiting," she said. "So are legal." I watched him try to speak, to pivot, to charm the room like he always had. No one met his eyes. I slid my badge onto the desk, the old one, the one he'd taken with a smile. "I don't want it back," I said. "I want distance." They escorted him out, not in handcuffs, worse, in silence. My wife reached for me. I stepped back. "I already left," I told her. "You just noticed." The doors closed. Glass reflected a man I barely recognized. Straighter, empty in a clean way. I took the bus anyway, not to disappear, to arrive somewhere unclaimed. I thought about the years, about how loyalty can be a weapon when it's aimed at yourself, about how betrayal isn't loud, it's administrative. The rain stopped. The station lights dimmed. My phone buzzed. A message from Eva. "If you ever want to build again." I turned it face down. Some things don't need rebuilding. As the bus pulled away, I felt nothing for the people I left behind. That's how I knew I was free.